So now I've shaved down as much as I could on the seat. The first thing I did was kind of measure how thick the foam was here and on the sides. And I believe it was something like close to 7 centimeters or 70 millimeters on top. And I don't know, 25 millimeters here, something like that. So I took off something like 3 centimeters here, or 3.5 maybe, and like maybe 1.5 centimeters here. So it's not very much foam in here now, and here it's like not much either. So in terms of what you need for shaving off the foam and also reattaching the like leather or vinyl or whatever it is, this is pretty much it. I started off with like a bread knife. One of these was super perfect for this job. You just like saw it perfectly with this one. Once I had done that, I used one of these, like a sanding wheel. This is super effective. Just be really careful. You want to use one that is a really fine grain. This was way too not fine. It was kind of rough, so it only took like a millisecond and it just chewed up the seat. So be really careful. And if you are anything like me, you probably take your time and think a lot and measure and stuff, but normally. But on this occasion, I managed to stop myself from doing that and I just ran with it. And I would recommend you do the same, because otherwise you will never be finished with this. So this is what I ended up with. As you can see, it's not super even, but it's quite all right. And also one other thing was that I had anticipated I could use the blue kind of fake leather, because in my imagination I thought that would actually be more material than it was before after I had shaved this down. But it wasn't, because I took out so much material here, so the blue like vinyl thing, it ended up here, it stopped here. So I had to buy some new material, and I bought it in black. It was really cheap, didn't cost me more than I think it was 10 euros or the equivalent. But in the shop they also recommended me getting one of these. This is like a thin, I don't know, it's like rug-like material almost. So what this does is to fill in any uneven, where it's uneven, this kind of fills it in. So I won't bore you with trying to film this, because there's the internet is full of videos on how people are both cutting down the seats and also how they work to get the new material on. But one other thing that you might need is one of these, like a hairdryer, just to make the vinyl a bit more easy to work with. So yeah, hopefully this will end up good, or at least semi-decent. Yeah, so now I'm done, and yeah, it will fulfill its purpose, which was to make the ride height be somewhat lower for my partner. She's basically just going to be using it for one weekend during an off-road course. But in terms of aesthetics, I have to say this wasn't really my finest hour, to put it mildly. It was bloody difficult to get this section nice and tight and snug. So what I will try and do is, I have some spare material. I'm going to try to make like a band over there to see if I can tidy it up somewhat. Otherwise I'm just going to use this saddle as it was. But hats off to all the people that work with this type of in this field. I'm sure they would have done this really neatly and snug and perfectly, and probably wouldn't have cost me very much also. But anyway, it was a fun project to try out, so I'm just gonna try and see if I can get this kind of band thing idea going, and after that I'm gonna try it on the bike. And so now I'm done with this band type of idea that I had. So what I've done is I took this extra material I had left, just like maybe 50 millimeters, and then I've kind of folded it in each end like that. See what I'm getting at. And the same here, also like folded, and then it would just, okay, so stretching it quite tight. So yeah, I think it's quite alright, that one. It's better than before anyway. So now let's try it on the bike. Now, so let's see if I can get like a before and after shot of this. So this is the original seat of the bike compared to the lower seat. And as the ultimate test, now I'm going to compare the the standard saddle with the one that I kind of created myself now when it comes to ride height and how far off the ground you get. So this is the standard seat. So this is me as compared to with the lowered seats. Now, this was obviously done, the before and after was done with the bike standing on the center stand. So, but that wouldn't really make a difference because as long as I'm not comparing apples and pears, this was the result. And if you have enjoyed watching this content, give us a thumbs up so I know that this is useful for you. Right, good luck with your own projects if you have them.